Welcome to Donmar TV News Channel.
Nel, may nabanggit kahapon si Senator Bongo na kung siya ang tatanungin ay nais niyang makatambal si Mayor Sara Duterte. Ano na ngayon ang magiging senaryo ngayong selyado na ang BBM-Sara tandem?
Ella, base sa nagiging development ngayon, ang may malinaw na pahayag pa lang ng tambalan ay si dating Senator Bongbong Marcos. Ayon kay Mayor Sara, may pakikipag-alyansa na rin ang kanyang partido na Lakas CMD sa partido ni Marcos.
Ang aking partido ay nakipag-alyansa at humingi ng suporta para kay Bongbong Marcos at para sa akin, matapos kong tanggapin ang inyong hamon at panawagan.
Dagdag ng presidential daughter, humingi siya ng suporta sa PDP Laban na partido ng kanyang ama na si Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte, pero siya ay nabigo.
Tinanggihan ito ng PDP at naiintindihan natin ito. Pero gusto ko lamang nalinawin, walang pangalan na sinisira o dinudungisan. Walang sinasagasaan. Walang inaagrabyado, inaaway, pinapaiyak o inaapi.
Matapos ang pahayag na ito ni Mayor Duterte Carpio, naglabas naman ng pahayag si Marcos. Ayon kay Marcos, naitawid ng presidential daughter ang proseso para sa kanilang tambalan. Napagkasunduan na rin anya ng dalawang partido ang pagsusulong na mapagkaisang liderato kung sakaling manalo sila sa 2022 elections. Hiningi naman ng media ang reaksyon ni Lakas CMD President at House Majority Leader Martin Romualdez ukol sa tambalan na ito at sinabing nagsalita na ang kanilang standard bearer.
Harleen, ano yung pahayag ng PDP Laban kaugnay dito?
Aga tanggap naman ng PDP Laban Kusi Faction ang naging desisyon ng Vice Presidential Aspirant na si Mayor Sara Duterte Carpio. Kasunod nga ito ng pagkumpirma sa kanilang tambalan ni dating Senador Bongbong Marcos at pagsuporta sa kandidatura nito. Sa isang pahayag aga, sinabi ng faksyon na nirerespeto nila ang desisyon ni Mayor Sara at mayroon pa rin anya silang alyansa sa ibang partido gaya ng Federalismo ng Dugong Dakilang Samahan o PDDS, kung saan tumatakbo ngayon si Pangulong Duterte at Senator Christopher Bongo. Patuloy din anyang susuportahan ng partido ang kandidatura ng Pangulo sa pagkasenador at Nigo sa pagkapangulo. Wala pa namang komento aga ang Kusi Faction sa sinabi ng presidential daughter na tinanggihan umano ng PDP Laban na suportahan ang kanilang tambalan ni Marcos. Ayon naman sa Pangulo ng PDDS na si dating PACC Chair Greco Bellica, gusto rin daw sana nilang si Mayor Sara ang makatambal ni Go. Pero aminado ito na napag-usapan na nila ang tungkol sa pagiging opisyal ng BBM-Sara tandem. Sa ngayon aga, patuloy anya ang pagpupulong ng partido para sa posibleng maging running mate ni Go. Pero umaasa pa rin daw ang partido na magkakaisa sila ni na Mayor Sara.
Step 1 pa lang yan, sabi ni So Crazy, dapat wag muna tayo pakampante, ituloy pa rin natin ang pag-campaign for BBM-Sara para sa mga senators na pwedeng makatulong sa pagpapatuloy ng projects ni PRRD. Now, remember what we said earlier, that we should consider this a team. Okay? This is how to make it win. But if you consider it as a team, then the presidency, vice presidency, well, these are hold little importance now. Of course, the president is far more powerful than the vice president. Nevertheless, if it is a partnership, the president will be heavily relying on his vice president. So huli daw si Bato at Bongo aatras. Ang i-endorse daw talaga Duterte, Marcos at ni Duterte, Marcos and Sara. Well, I think that would be the icing on the cake here, di ba? But until that happens, then it's still optimism and not jubilation, which means we still have to work. Otazu says this tandem will definitely usher in a progressive Philippines we haven't imagined ever. For those thinking that I'm very calm about it, actually tumalon-talon na ako kanina. And okay na, naidaos na yung, yung saya. Which means not just because Mayor Inday has run for the vice presidency now, she still has to decide later on if she's going to run for the presidency. But let's cross that bridge when we get to it. Sabi ni Epifanio Montajes, game over na sa mga dilawan. Tuwan-tuwa mga OFW sa BBM-Sara tandem. Maraming salamat sa live update and more power. Landingin says, BBM Sara's united. Now is the time for DDS and loyalists to unite. Yung walang parinigan, walang division, united we stand, united we succeed. Actually, dapat noon pa. What remains, the challenge is to keep the alliance together. Kasi matagal pa eh. Normally yan, kung the alliance was late in coming, kumbaga just before yung election, madali mag-hold on kasi sandali lang. Walang opportunity masyado para makapasok yung mga nega stars dyan. But which means that there is a lot of work to be done. Diba? Question, nakalagay sa pinost ni BBM na Executive Order September 18, 2021 pa na inadopt si Sara, papaikot ulit tayo. So, napaikot ulit tayo ni PRRD. Grabe talaga strategy niya. Pasok. I don't see why this is still relevant now eh. Diba? Like I said, it's an alliance. Diba? Kasi iba sinasabi nila, kailangan pang i-adopt si Sara ng Partido Federal. Hindi naman po. She can be in lakas and still be the running mate. Yun yung issue natin kanina. Ray Makuha says, sobrang magkasundo si na BBM at Mayor Sara at wala silang problema, pero yung ibang nagsasabing solid Sara at solid BBM, sana magkasundo din para mas maganda. It's a team. Make sure na you're not doing the yellows work for them, di ba? Yung mga ginagawa ng kabila, wag naman natin gagawin para sa kanila. Sino bang mananalo doon, di ba? Question po, pag nanalo si BBM at Sara, may sure higher chance na ba na magamit yung Bataan Nuclear Power Plant? Bakit po kayo fixated sa Bataan Nuclear Power Plant? Wala na pong laman yun. And even if you try to make a go of it, it would be very expensive kasi outdated na po yun. Ang dami na pong bago. Bakit kayo na-fixate doon? You're really going to have to tell me, bakit bumabalik itong tanong na ito? Hindi ko po naiintindihan kasi kahit si Senator Amy, sinasabi niya na wala na pong laman yun. Watching from UK, kakagising ko lang, ano na babalita? Si Ma'am naman. Check niyo naman po yung mga posts. Nag-file po ng COC si Inday Sara for Vice President. Wag na po bumoto, inauguration na. Sabi ni Karen Harper, wag na po bumoto, inauguration na lang gawin ng 2022. Alam naman natin na si BBM and Sara mananalo.
That's a bad advice.
Lang papers save the Mother Earth. Sayang lang papers. I understand that you're all very happy, but please be very careful with your words from now on kasi baka mayroong maniwala sa inyo. So please be very, very careful about your words online. We also don't know what the social media guardians are going to do about our posts. Remember that if they're going to try to do something to undermine the candidacies of the people that we like, they're going to do a lot of, they're capable of doing a lot of things. So kung kunwari, merong gustong mandaya, and let's say natuloy yung pandaraya na yon by negating us, by sidelining those who are commenting online, they can make it look like talo yung kabila talaga, yung mga kandidato talaga. So be very, very careful from now on. Paano na yan? Si Banat Bay, ayaw niya sa tandem ng Marcos at Sara. Pag Big T na ba, ay, grabe naman kayo guys. Guys, ano naman kasi, si Byron, and let's deal with this, we respect each other's opinion, and you don't have to subscribe to his opinions if you disagree. Okay? Kung hindi naman po kayo nakukumbinse, bakit po kayo nagagalit sa kanyang mga sinasabi na opinion? Let's just leave it at that, na hindi niya gusto yung pairing, and hindi naman natin siya pwedeng pilitin doon, di ba? Wala pong pilitan. Kaya nga po election kasi kusang loob tayong pupunta dun sa botohan at ilalagay natin yung napupusuan natin. Okay. If ever po ba ma-disqualify si BBM, guys, bakit iniisip niyo na yun? At nagkaroon ng people power uli dahil dito, meron bang possibility maluklok si BBM on the spot katulad ng nangyari kay Cory? Ganito po ko sa yun. Kapag nag-revolution, wala na ring constitution. Wala na lahat ng mga rules. So, whoever wins that, quote-unquote, di ba? Kasi hindi natin sure kung ano mangyayari in case na magkagulo. Whoever seizes power will determine what the rules and what the laws are. There will be no constitution. And that's the only way they're going to legitimize themselves. Sa akin palagay, kaya tumakbo si Sara sa Vice kasi insurance natin yon dahil baka may gawin sila kay BBM if ever manalo. Yes, but I think that could possibly be one of the reasons. Yeah. Sabi ni Diamond Tison, pa-shoutout naman nanay ko, Mar, at kapatid ko, Ken na lumundag-lundag sa sobrang saya, BBM Sara. Sabi ni Diamond Tison. Okay, shoutout po. Lani Teoxon, maraming salamat sa super sticker. And Vandy Bongolan, again. Okay, Vanelson Sanchez also. Sabi ni J. Matthews, kapag nag-RevGov, walang kasiguraduhan ng bansa. I agree. It will really depend on who leads it, Ferdinand Sagala, in my opinion, tama lang po na BBM Sara for 2022, tapos sa 2028 po ay Sara for President. At least di siya magugulat sa dumi ng politika ng national. 12 years of good governance. All of these things are good to hear and good to say. But like I said, kapag may nangyayari, there are things that happen in between. That's why ganito. Kaya kailangan intindihin niyo din yung mga tao who are saying, better Sara BBM or Kesha BBM Sara, etc. Because that is the possibility now. What happens later on, hindi mo makokontrol. Even if Sara is vice president, it doesn't necessarily mean that she will run for president later on. You're just talking about the possibility of her running. And then you also have to see what happens in the next 6 years. That will, those will also be that will also be a major factor in the winnability and popularity of a future candidate. So yung mga ganyan, that's real talk lang. It makes us feel good, but work still has to be put into it. Di ba? Hindi natin pwede sabihin, ngayon si BBM, sa 2028 si Sara, what if in between that something happens? You don't know. So it's good for sloganeering, but that also means that the work that you put in now, it's not going to stop at elections. You're going to still have to campaign for her all throughout those 6 years. It means also that there is work for us to be done. For those of us who support Inday Sara, the work still has to be done, and you're looking at a long number of years of that. Diba? Dada Win says, what will happen during this election period? Mamatay ang tumatakbong presidente. Oh my gosh! Posible po bang may pag pumalit si VP aspirant at may ipapalit dapat? Okay, wait. Okay, habang kandidato silang lahat, walang line of succession dyan. Ibig sabihin, kung presidente ka, ang successor mo, vice president. Pero kung presidential candidate ka, you're talking about a substitution, and it can be anybody. Okay? Gemma Great says, uhaw na kasi mga tao sa pagbabago, nakikita na lahat ang pagbabago sa panahon ni PRRD. At ito lang nangyari for the past 30 years, kaya BBM Sara. I hope Sara will win. Then she could get the DILG post as Tignon, a woman heading a pack of armed forces. Hindi po armed forces under the DILG. PNP po ang nasa ilalim ng DILG. Ang armed forces po ay nasa Department of National Defense. Highly recommend to be nominated for. That's not gonna happen, guys. I'm aspiring for sainthood. Ma'am Pinay Paparazzi says, pwede ang dark. Sorry. She runs because President Tito Soto still uses the Senate investigation on family to drag down this administration, and without any filing of a case for those investigation for his benefit. I agree. Mali kasi ma'am kung nagsabi lang ng maaga si Sara presidente, baka si BBM mag-VP sa kanya. Minsan mali kasi Teka muna, are you blaming her? Seriously? Are you blaming her for things that were happening? And on the contrary, it showed her character that she walked away from a sure thing. She was number 1 in the surveys when she walked away, but it isn't because it was her fault or nagbago siya ng isip. It was because there were some things that were not tenable. She was being asked to compromise certain things. Or at least that's the rumor. Okay, that's the rumor. Now, if those rumors are true, then you can't blame her for what's being done. In fact, you have to praise her for that, for the fortitude that she has shown, the integrity. Hello from Hong Kong, sabi ni Ron Lacson. It's amazing na nangyayari ito sa generation natin. It's also the first time na very, very strong ang isang VP candidate as far as I know. Tama ba? No, Nonly De Castro was also a sure win noon. What do you think will be the best cabinet position na dapat hawakan ni Inday when she wins as VP to show more her strength and services to the nation? Well, she's capable. I'd like to see her either in the DSWD or in the DILG positions. This gives her a nationwide reach, and kumbaga, it's like a form of campaigning. She'll be there when people need her, diba? Pwede po na term sharing, 6 years si BBM, then 6 years naman for Sara. That's not term sharing. Grabe, tumagal pala si Drilon ng 24 years. Ano ko yan, nagawa niya sa taon yan. I really don't think we should discuss downers this day. Any thoughts for guiding last will ni late Marcos na ma-execute daw once there's another Marcos who will become president? I still have to see what the provisions are in the will and if it has been probated. Okay? Kaya po kung naniniwala kayo na sa BBM Sara, let's not entertain others if we believe sa tandem ng pagbabago, Pilipinas nating mahal, PH. Thanks, Attorney Trix. Yep. Attorney Trix, Sara is green, BBM is red and blue. Is this a sign na maibabalik na ang franchise ng Kapamilya Network? Are you serious? Come on. The reason that we're even talking about things this way is because there is no Kapamilya Network. Do you honestly think that this narrative would be allowed by that network? If Bongo pursues to run as presidential bid for PDP, that might be political suicide for him, sabi ni Florence Suba. I don't know. I don't know, guys. He's a formidable opponent. I'm not going to underestimate Senator Bongo. That's the one thing we should never do. Never, ever underestimate him. Remember, the malasakit centers are a big help to the ordinary citizen. Ang laking tulong yan. And we should never discount the connection it has to his name. Right? So, the most dangerous thing for any supporter of either BBM or Sara that you can do right now is to get kampante, is to relax and think na panalo na yung election. No, there is the PDP laban. It is formidable. It has machinery and it has money. Okay. Now, what I don't think that they're going to go after Inday Sara, they definitely could put up a fight for the presidency. All right. So let's always take note of that. Maganda po maging DILG Secretary si Inday Sara para sapak ang aabuti ng mga tiwali sa gobyerno. Yeah, but it will be a legal one. Ali Rezada says, ang sarap naman sa pakiramdam ng ganito yung leader na susunod sa yapak ni Tatay Digong. I agree. Super agree with that. Daisy Powell, thank you very much. Napagtagumpayan na natin na magsama ang Tigre at Aglet. Tulungan natin sila na italaga ang nararapat na mga senador. Okay? Ako, I am, like I said, it's optimism right now, but not jubilation in the sense na tingin natin tapos na yung boxing. No, we have a lot of work, guys. We have a lot of work for the campaign, and always be wary of PDP laban. Okay, you have to check it out. And by the way, I'm not setting them up as a villain. No. But they are a formidable opponent. And if they still have the backing of President Duterte, that's something for us to think about. Diba? We have to give pause and think. If the president, remember the president's endorsement has not come out yet. So that's another factor in these elections. The president's endorsement and where PDP laban goes. So let's not celebrate too early, and be watchful. Be watchful. Also, we have to now think about what the platforms are going to be. How is the continuity going to be established here? Diba? Yung continuity of the president's projects. The presumption of most people is that it's because BBM will continue the legacy of President Duterte, or that Inday Sara will ensure that continuity. I agree with that idea. But if PDP Laban presents a stronger platform for continuity, what are we going to do? Now, that is a question that's going to be put to us if Senator Bongo files his certificate of candidacy. So like I said, let's be optimistic, but we still have to be watchful. Okay? And I'm not saying na meron tayong mga kalaban dito, but these are elections, and for the first time, these elections will be about issues and no longer too much about personalities. Kasi pagdating sa issues at plataforma, nauna na talaga si BBM. Diba? Umpisa pa lang, nung ini-interview pa lang, sunod-sunod pa lang yung mga interviews niya, siya pa lang nag-uusap about issues. Everybody was talking about destroying their opponents. So, he has a huge advantage here. But that doesn't mean na yung mga kalaban cannot catch up. So, it's a contest, guys. It's still a contest. It's still a race. Ang alam ko pa lang na siguradong talo yung kabilang parlor. Pero the others who do not identify with the other parlor, there's still some people to be watchful about. So, yes, be optimistic. And thank you, Mayor Inday. We know that this decision did not come easy, diba? If there's something that we can and should be talking about right now is this. Mayor Inday is running as a candidate, and it may have come at a great personal cost to her. That would explain the reason kung bakit napaka-hesitant niya. Number one na siya, pwede na siya magpresidente, and yet she had to fight. Diba? She had to fight to be a candidate in the first place. Remember, her father said if he had his brothers, kung masusunod yung gusto ni Presidente Duterte, hindi niya patatakbuhin si Inday. And so, even as we speak, there is a certain amount of nervousness, trepidation, kumbaga. Medyo, she's in the race, and it's one of the biggest things that she's ever done before. But getting her to make this decision to run, it could not have come easy, and we should be able to, kumbaga, we should be thankful to her for having made a decision, even if it came at a great personal cost. And that she knows it's not going to be an easy road from now on. Madali yung while being mayor is relatively easy as compared to being a vice president, as compared to being president later on, yung politics that went into the game before getting to this position of being a vice presidential aspirant, I think we should thank her. I think we should recognize this, diba? Kailangan kilalanin natin what it took for her to make this decision. Hindi yan aksidente na naging last minute ito. At kaya nakakainis yung mga naririnig ninyo na itatakbo din naman pala, dami pang kaartehan. And lalo-lalo na kung nanggagaling yan dun sa mga DDS. Okay? Manggagaling sa DDS, sasabihin ninyo, arte kasi ilang beses na nga sinabi, buboto ko sana siya, kaya lang ayoko na dahil pabago-bago siya ng isip. Oh please, you don't know what it took. You don't know the kind of thinking, the kind of evaluation she had to do in order to get to this decision. The kind of discussions she had to have with her own father, with her own family, with people that she treats as family. Come on, guys. I have very little patience with people who talk about her in that way. Na ang tagal kasi, ang arte kasi, ang ganito. Excuse me? Di naman kayo, unang-una hindi kayo yung tatakbo. Pangalawa, you don't know what it took for her to get to this decision. Hindi ganun kadali yun. With BBM, di ba? Even BBM, he didn't file his certificate of candidacy until the day before the deadline. So it couldn't have also been easy for him to throw his hat into the ring. And let's not also forget Senator Bongo. I mean, kumbaga, I cannot see myself as taking any pot shots at Senator Bongo. Because even his decision to file his certificate of candidacy as vice president must have taken some searching. But nobody comes close to Inday to what she had to go through to decide this. So yun ang tandaan natin. Oo, tayo, ang saya-saya natin. Yay! BBM Inday, okay. But recognize what she has done to get here. And she did it because there's such a clamor. The clamor came from us. Tumakbo siya. Ha? The other thing that we also have to remember is that the Filipinos love the underdog. Ngayon, kung ang lakas-lakas ng tandem natin, nito, umpisa pa lang, hindi pa nag-uumpisa yung campaign period, it will be easy to shift opinion against the powerful ones. And if our tandem is the powerful ones, hindi na tayo underdog. And sino ba yung nananalo parate? Hindi ba yung underdog? President Duterte, as candidate Duterte, was the underdog until the day na nagka-meeting the Avance. That was the only time he became projected as the forerunner talaga.